Hello everyone and welcome to another Mod You Must Know. This time we're going to be taking a look at some of my favorite mods, and we're using the Ascension mod pack here just because most of them are included. Instead of showing you what each mod does, I probably will be talking about a lot more of them because there are a couple that aren't present and a couple that are really hard to show. So before we begin, I want to just mention what my criteria are for my favorite mods. They have to be a mod I personally discovered in 2013, not necessarily a new mod that was only introduced in 2013. Some were probably around for quite some time before then. And they also have to have a 1.6.4 version. Anyway, with that being said, let's begin with the first mod on the list. And just to mention, these are in no order of favorite to least favorite or anything. They're just all mods I really like. The first mod I want to show you is Ores Drop Mores 2. I did a mod spotlight on this a while back, and yeah, let me just put down some coal here. One thing I know about this mod, or at least the newer versions, is it changes the names of the ores to this over the normal names if you have it active for the mod. Anyway, let me just mine it, and you'll see I have 5 here, but when I mine it, I'll get a bit more coal. That's because I set coal to drop a bit more. Pretty much what this mod does is it allows you to go in and change the drops for each ore. It also adds in some new items for iron and gold, so you can use fortune on them. And you can also tweak the experience. You can choose to only use it for certain ores, like in Ascension I don't use it for all of them, and I decided it didn't fit well with some of the other mods to have them all drop nuggets because the other mods didn't. But anyway, it's a really cool mod if you want to customize your vanilla ores a bit more. The next two mods are Mob Properties and Custom Chest Loot, which are both rather similar in my opinion. I did mod spotlights on both of them a while back if you want to check that out, but put simply, Mob Properties allows you to customize mobs, while Custom Chest Loot allows you to customize chests. One thing I would like to know about Custom Chest Loot, I did get it slightly wrong in the mod spotlight video. I've been waiting for Toast updates so I could make a newer corrected version. But anyway, how it works is when you add the mod, it will wait for all the other mods to load, and then it will copy the chest loot into its config file, then it will override all of that. So if you add another mod that affects the chest, as long as there's a config file generate, it will override any new loot that would have been added, but it will be able to see what other mods add and allow you to modify the chest loot using a weight system, so you can customize the chest loots to give what you want at the rate you want. Mob Properties also allows you to customize loot. You can remove items from mob drops, you can add items to mob drops, you can add a certain chance, you can pick choose one from the drops. You can do the same for potion effects if you want to give them a potion effect at random. You can give them modifiers like make them move faster or give them more health or more damage. You can do a lot of customization with Mob Properties and Custom Chest Loot, and they're both really awesome if you want to tweak stuff, and I use both of them in Ascension and they're very nice. We're in the cave to feature the next one, which is Deadly World. I also did a mod spotlight on this. Actually, I did a mod spotlight on most of these, but oh, there we go. There's a fire trap. Pretty much what this does adds new world gen to caves, such as spawners, sometimes with chests. This is a normal spider spawner. My bad. And yeah, you can see you can customize the chest loots of Deadly World and adds different traps and stuff. You can configure it greatly. You can choose the rates of various different things, like you can make it only give traps and no spawners, only spawners and no traps. Pretty much everything, the rates and probabilities and how they work are very customizable, and adds a lot of more dangerous and rewarding stuff down to caves. So I think it's really cool if you're looking for that kind of stuff. And this also provides a good segue into the next mod, which is Random Things. It adds a bunch of really cool stuff like item collectors to pick up items and put them in chests, block teleporters to move blocks, and a building stand to make these cool flasks which add potion effects to your sword. Fluid display, which pretty much allows you to have fake lava or water. I plan to do a mod spotlight on this in the future, but yeah, and this is the one I wanted to get. Also has these magical stones which give different effect, block movers, entities movers, block breakers. But yeah, here's my favorite, the end porter, and if I right click it, it will teleport me up. If I shift right click, it will teleport me back down. Cool, huh? So now we can get out of that cave. Yay! The next one is another one I did a spotlight on, Simple Ores. It adds 5 new ores to the game: tin, copper, mithril, adamantite, and onyx. It also has a fusion furnace plugin which allows you to make bronze, therium, and sinacite. And the cool thing about this mod is it's greatly customizable. You can change the stats of all the ores, you can make these different other items, furnaces, and bars, and doors. You can make all the different tools. Some have special tools like shears or buckets. But yeah, even bows. And you can change the stats though, like I said. Originally, I think this is 12, 11, and so on. But I went to configs, I modified the durability, the enchantability, the damage, the protection of the armor, the tool speed, the tool durability. You know, you can change like everything about each different type of metal individually. You can change the spawn rate of the different ores, the vein size of them, the heights they spawn between. Pretty much Simple Ores is just a great customizable mod that adds more gear progression to the game and allows you to customize it so the gear fits in with whatever you're looking for. I think I already covered this one in my last mod you must know, but this is useful pets. Now, yeah, you can take a pet, use a pet wand on it, convert to a useful pet, and then level it up. Here's the whole skill tree they get. You can make them get more inventory, better attack damage, immunity to different types of damage, better armor, scare away mobs, better healing, more health, and a whole bunch of really cool stuff. And that's how you just level it up, although you need supplies normally. But yeah, it pretty much allows for your pets to actually be a bit more useful. You can ride them into combat. They could help carry items. And overall, it's my favorite mod I've seen dealing with pets because it works not only on wolves, cats, and pigs. So yeah. Okay, I actually don't use the next two mods in Ascension for various reasons, so I can't show you them, but they are Inventory Saver and Direction HUD. Direction HUD, I don't know what it is about it, but I just really like it. Pretty much where you see my damage indicator up there, it would add a little compass kind of thing that would spin around and show you which direction you're facing. Now, the reason I didn't use an Ascension is because I already had a mini-map that would point with an arrow north, so it kind of felt redundant. But nevertheless, I just really like the style of it, and it's just one of my favorite HUDs I've seen, and anytime I have a chance to use it where I don't have another type of map or direction indicator, I will totally use it. As for Inventory Saver, I didn't use it in Ascension in place of gravestones, but pretty much what they both do is when you die, they'll make an item to save your stuff so you can go back and collect it. Inventory Saver does have a bit more options, like if it's affected by gravity, if it destroys in lava, as well as who can access it for servers. And it also allows you to quickly take all your items out and even equip the armor. However, there were a couple little bugs that made me pick gravestones over it for Ascension, but it's still my favorite death saver mod, or item death saver mod, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, hopefully I'll get to use it again in the future. And that brings us to the last mod here, the Erebus. Now, you make an Erebus pourer like this, and it adds another dimension. It's also what adds the Black Widows in the Nether. I know I didn't really mention that well in Ascension. Okay, but yeah, this is the Erebus. It's this really cool dimension full of bugs and pretty much just bugs, yeah, but it has a lot of really cool terrain to it and biomes and lots of interesting new blocks. Let me just go into the creative menu so you can see what I mean. Here it is. Yeah, here's the Erebus blocks. That's a lot of blocks, including vanilla ores, Erebus form, and some new ones like jade, petrified wood, fossil. Lots of different trees for cosmetics, bamboo stuff, and yeah, it just has a lot of stuff to it. There's a whole bunch of different mob drops, which I really love, especially because they can craft some really powerful gear, as well as a lot of mobs, as you can see. And you can make jade armor, which is pretty good, and then exoskeletal from the exoskeletal plates, then reinforce it, and then make this set of super armor that has all these different cool effects, like night vision, gliding, jump boost, sprint boost, and some really cool stuff like the max speed bow, the wasp sword, and... But yeah, it's just a really cool dimension. It has a lot of really nice terrain and a lot of danger. It's very hard to actually traverse, and I can't wait to actually try it in Ascension. Well, I think that covers all the mods I wanted to cover. Just as a quick recap, my favorite mods of 2013 have been Ores Drop Mores 2, Mob Properties, Custom Chest Loot, Deadly World, the Erebus, Simple Ores 2, Useful Pets, Random Things, Inventory Saver, and Direction HUD. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed this list of mods. There'll be a link to the mod topics for all of them in the description. And until next time, goodbye. Well, I managed to find some of the things relating to the next. Oh crap. Oh, that scared me.